Axel Wenzel, thank you so much for joining us to talk about your experience on the TOPRA board. Over 10 years ago, I believe, you've held multiple roles on the board, the TOPRA presidency for a number of years, and also the EU representative role. So today I would just like to ask you a couple of questions to help inform our wider membership about the importance of board elections. So Axel, just to start off, why did you decide to become a board member of TOPRA?
You know, this was a development. I was formerly already member of the board and even president of a national organization. And later then, before TOPRA was created, I joined ESRA, the European Society of Regulatory Affairs of the British Institute of Regulatory Affairs. And so when TOPRA was founded, in fact, I was a founding member of TOPRA. I became a board member because I was responsible for the regulatory rapporteur. So these were already my first board membership. But later on, we realized in TOPRA that there is a lot to do in the European Union concerning membership, but also concerning activities with the regulators and so on. And therefore, I took over this responsibility. I was in the early beginning one of the few European non-British members of the TOPRA. And so I tried to bring in some more experience from the European Union. Yeah, that was the main issue why I became a board member.
Great, thank you. And how would you describe your biggest achievement over that time?
You know, for me, it was an enormous step forward in my personal development, development of managerial skills on the one side, but also on the other side to get acknowledged by other people from the European Union. I was known as a specialist in regulatory affairs from industry and regulators, and all this as a representative of a very important organization, TOPRA, the Regulatory Affairs Organization in the European Union.
So how would you describe your experience of sitting on the TOPRA board?
Yeah, my most important experience is that I learned to work with a huge team of volunteer people, which is by far something else than to work with, for instance, subordinates in a pharmaceutical company. It was very good to get each and every month in contact with so many other peoples and to see how regulations were developed and really to get the feeling that you can be a part of this development of new regulations was for me a very important issue.
What would be the one piece of advice you would give to a TOPRA member who is considering nominating themselves for the board for next year?
That's a good question. Let me say, I guess many TOPRA members are still subaltern employees in a pharmaceutical company, but they are eager to make more out of yourself. If you're interested to improve your leading skills, then simply become a member of the TOPRA board. Here you have the possibility to fulfill something which is recognized worldwide. You will a leader of a huge organization of several thousand members, and at the very end, this will also very sure support your career in the industry. On the other side, if you're interested to become an influencer in drug regulatory affairs, then also you have an opportunity when you will be a board member. You can meet the responsible regulators from the European Commission and from the Medicines Agency. You can directly contribute to future legislation and also to the, let me say, the training and the studying of new people in drug regulatory affairs. So in fact, what you say nowadays in the social media as an influencer, board members at TOPRA are influenced in European drug regulatory affairs.